Would you believe me if I said that I don't know what to do with this oasis? Hi, my name's Ivern, and welcome back to GrowthSMP, a Minecraft server meant for smaller streamers and YouTubers, and to try and help us grow and make new friends. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're doing well. For those of you who are just tuning in, we are working on our oasis base. This is one of our main projects throughout the year. Geez, it's been 6 months since growth has begun. This has been about a project for about 4 months. It's quite large. We are digging out this this entire desert. And we're going to make an oasis out of it. In doing so, we make our own custom we have to make our own custom mountains, and we will be digging those. However, I'm kind of at an impasse. I'm not prepared to work on these. I don't really have a design in mind, nor do I have like the overall features. However, I want to get this done. So I think this is where we start first, and as you can see, I've already kind of begun to dig it out. It's not okay, well, closer view as intended. As you can see, we're beginning to tear this out. It used to be much taller and kind of flow down. Was going to keep it, tried to work on it, learned it was a pain in the ass the way it was, so we're moving on. And we're demolishing it and giving it the same treatment as over there. If it doesn't exist, it can't be in the way. So first, let's sleep the night away so we don't end up dying here. That would be really embarrassing. Okay, and then I went and I got us some yellow wool. I'm not sure how much we'll need, and any leftovers we can definitely make use for in the future. The big thing I've been doing is that I've been using like sandstone with torches to kind of show us where everything is. And as you might believe, as sandstone is the main block we're tearing out, it's a little bit of a pain. So even though we do have other sandstones, such as this orange sandstone, I think it'd be good if we just went around and kind of remarked everything. We're not going to talk about that, miss. I think it'd be good if we went around and marked everything and kind of gave it a more like official feel. I really liked what we did with this green dye. However, it kind of blends in really badly with the with not just creepers, but also sugarcane. Like these two from afar, and as you're moving, it's a little bit of a pain. So let's just go ahead and remove you and continue with our yellow. Yeah, so for those who might not be aware as to what we're doing, to try and help my brain, I'm setting boundaries around where I want my oasis to kind of end. And in doing so, it'll kind of lead us to how to smooth things out into the existing terrain. The only example that I have to where this isn't working is right here at the water level. Currently, my base is up to this height. It's not going to go any lower as intended. So we're either going to have to have it gradually get down to this level, or we're going to have to figure out a way to bring the whole water table up. Which I'm not opposed to either. It might be fun to have like a little boating system, because our let's see, our neighbors, please. Our neighbors are right down the street, and we've already kind of worked with them a bit. They're my main villager trading hall. So I think if we make use of that, we can definitely add this like little river pathway. That's for the future and not really something I want to add currently. However, I think let's see if we can land here. I think having at least a pathway marked out like this, and same on the inside, I kind of have it marked out already. We actually want to scoot this out a bit. I think it's probably going to blend in like this and go down like that. That's real specific, kind of smooth with the natural terrain that's already there. We're probably going to remove that, because that kind of takes away some of the ambience. We already had one over there that we demolished. I forgot that our creeper farm is kind of in a desert temple. I think we want to adjust these lines ever so slightly. I think we want this to be taken. Come on, thank you. I think we want this to be taken out to here. I think think kind of grinding you out this direction might be helpful. It might give it that kind of thickness we need, because right now this is really this pinch is really thin, and that's not what we want. So I think if we kind of bring it out to here, that might help. And then we are actually out of rockets. Let's grab some more. For those who might be wondering, for our shops, I typically do like a pretty, like, I feel like I do an extensive breakdown of it each episode. I don't really have one today. Things have been a little slow on the server, which I'm not going to complain about. It just kind of affects our profits ever so slightly. It's not the end of the world, just something to note. Okay, so this doesn't give as much as I was hoping, if I'm being honest. However, I think we have the general layout that we want. We do want to tear down these. we do want to tear down all of this. I fucking hate this. This was a off-the-cuff kind of design, and not even design, like a block choice is the best way to describe it. There we go. I like its proportions, and I think it works well. I just hate how it looks in there. Like, we are going to remove all of that birch. And you could make an argument that wool's not much better, but to those saying that, shut the fuck up. It'll get the job done, and that's all that we can really ask for. So there's that. I think I already accidentally got rid of the birch on this one, so I think it's a win-win. Perfect. Okay, let's get rid of you because you weren't intended to be there. And we will kind of go like that. From here, we should be good to hang on with our lumberjack enchantment. We got most of it. Can we get the rest of it? No. Okay. Let's get up there, please. I don't know why I'm being as frugal as possible with rockets. I think it's because I hate AFKing for our gunpowder. It's just so laggy. And it doesn't help that I'm not good at climbing, apparently. There we go. All gone. Okay, we needed far less than I thought. I knew it wouldn't be a lot, but it's a lot less than I thought it would be. Because currently, that's really all that I have plans for with this. Our main objective now is to kind of bring it across. So, for those wondering, like, we might not even bring this up this high. It's probably going to ridge over, come over to here, and then it's probably going to drastically drop down as it curves over. I think I really like that idea. I think if that gets carried over, then we're just going to bring this ring over here, this direction. I guess we can take care of that real quick. That's not going to be the end of the world. Just getting a baseline idea. Just kind of boop, boop, boop. That goes down. It's much more difficult going down. Hang on. Why don't we go from up? How about we go from down to up? At least there we can pretend to know what we're doing. There we go. And we just kind of want to carry this and make it as natural as possible. It's not going to be a super thick, like, wall, I guess is the best way to put it. It's going to just be hopefully a natural slope, and then the cliff is gonna probably, I'm not too sure. The cliff is probably just gonna fall off here and then go towards the riverbed. Oh, there's a fly on my screen. Hello, buddy. Please go away. Thank you. This is where all our wool's going. I believe in that. Oh, okay, we need to get up way higher. There we go. We can definitely bring her up a bit here. There we go. I think that helps it. We can also jump it up too. Like, I'm not too afraid of that. There we go. I think a heavy drop off here will definitely be helpful and beneficial. Can do that. And then if we go into free cam mode, yeah, that already looks a lot better. So if we you guys can see kind of what's going on in my head. We'll probably arch this a little bit more and kind of bring it up a bit. However, it's then gonna lead directly into this over here and arch back around and then loop on the other side, kind of where we have this marked out. It's going to probably keep the same like height levels all the way through and then shingle all the way down to probably this height over here. Because if we go over to this height, it's about the same height as the sugar cane. So we're going to have to either flood this river a ton, or we're going to have to figure out a way to kind of quickly bring it down. Let's see here. I think if we go doot, we can remove that. We go doot. That should be good. Just doot all over it. I didn't intend to fully lay this out, but I think this will be very helpful going forward. Because I know we struggled very heavily on how we wanted this, and this building method was actually really helpful when I was building our pig farm, or like our pig racetrack. That entire mountain, that was incredibly helpful. We can probably get rid of you because I'm not too tied to that. Let's double check though. Yeah, we will want to. It's getting a little flat. When we add in the sand, we're going to want to mound this up a bit. However, it's going to probably be an arch, and then it'll arch in. So this entire line will look a little flat. But that's just because we're at that level. Because as it kicks in, it's probably just gonna shoot back twice, maybe even 3 times, and then go up yet another level as it goes in. So I'm not too concerned about that, because that'll add depth to it as time goes on. Down we go. Let's get our torch. I don't remember which mod it's from, but I fucking love the ambient light. Like just whack. It's like that's lit up. I'm pretty sure it's Optifine and like a setting you have to do in Optifine, but it's still nice every time I see it. Okay. We should probably sleep so we don't end up working with creepers here, because that would be very bad, and I would hate that a lot. Now that we're seeing that from afar, I do really like that. I was struggling to kind of see how it would work here. However, doing this has really helped a lot, because I wish I had this method for when we did this entire design. That was entirely free-handed. I still really hate this section here, because you can see where my like underground base is. It's really rough. However, I think once we get sand on there, I think it'll be very helpful. But currently it's just like an eyesore to me, because I know it's there. But yeah, I think with all this here, I think it helps give that really good layout vibe that we're looking for. Let me go ahead and quickly do this side. It won't be too much. We should probably, yeah, that's about as high as it goes. That's going to be our outfit. I don't really know what the fuck I was thinking with this. It's just there. So, like, I have so many different ways of telling blocks. Like, we began with white wool. Like, this is our space limiter. Like, just look, it's white wool here. And, like, this is our center walk into town. I really like how it looks, and we're going to have it lead up and go into this little valleyway. And as we go through here, we're going to see more like houses and buildings and shops kind of all come to life around here. And then seeing how this looks, I really like how that looks. But these blocks here, I told myself I'd remember. Like, if we look over here, I believe those blocks there are to tell how far I wanted my overhang to come. But obviously that didn't work, because that looks real bad. So we're going to move on from that, or from like this type, and I think if we stick with our solid like outline, I think it'll be helpful. Because with this is all naturally formed. Like, my stuff is hollow because I can't be bothered to fill that shit in. So as we dig this out, let me see here. We can just add you here because you'll go up. As we go out and around, we will definitely add this in. So let me do this real quick, and I'll catch back up with you guys in a moment. As the as the dusk rapidly approaches, I think this is what I want. I'm not super in love with how quickly it dips. However, I think we can make up for that like within this section right here. This is definitely just for a quick outline on the exterior. Really just a way to get myself happy with how it is like going up. Because that's always the hard part, especially when you're trying to tell the game and yourself that it's like, hey, this is supposed to be a steep incline, and sometimes you just build it and it looks very shallow. I don't know if you guys ever experienced that, but I know I experience this a lot. I struggle with making my builds, like I struggle with having 2 to 3 tall. I know I talk about this a lot on streams, like when we were working in the gaming district on stream. Which, by the way, if you're not following me on Twitch, I definitely recommend that. We have a bunch of fun time over there. It's a really fun chill time. We work on our builds. It's fun. Yeah, I think that gives us the vibe that we're kind of looking for. We can always come back and fix it up a little bit later, but it gives us the overarching support. I'm just trying to decide now if we want to continue it this way. I haven't thought too hard about this. I do want to give like my general consensus though on where I want our entrance to be. I want the entrance to our oasis itself right in this area. So I want, for those who don't know what we're doing, our oasis, as I'm calling it, is going to be a underground oasis. So we're going to have a cavern inside our build that we're building. And I think I want to lower this down even further. And as we dig in, I want our entrance to kind of sprawl in this direction. I originally was looking here because this is how it naturally flows, and like a hill was there. I think that'll work if we keep it, and then we can kind of mess around with it. Our entire oasis cavern is probably going to go back here. Like just a gigantic pool within this entire region. We kind of go in, curve, and then boom, we hit a massive vaulted ceiling, a massive vaulted cavern, filled to the brim with like water, like amenities, local spas, anything you can think of for like a tourist attraction oasis. And it gives water, it gives life to the surrounding area. So in that surrounding zone, we're going to have our village. We're going to have our oasis city. For those of you who've played like the new Tears of the Kingdom, those fucking Gerudo Valley, or Breath of the Wild even, Gerudo Valley, anything in the Gerudo town is kind of what we're going for. For the overarching design, I'm kind of hoping for something like this. It's not entirely what I want, but it gives the vibe. It's going to be a lot of this in terms of style and design. So it's going to have a lot of fences, a lot of sandstone, a lot of copper is going to be our accent blocks, and I'm hoping to make birchwood work as well. This is our entire block list currently, just exclude the wool. That's mostly there just for our banners. However, like, I want to make use of this yellow terracotta, make use of like our melons, and just kind of design around it. Also, I forgot I shoved all my cats over here in my LAs because they were all being so fucking loud. But it's like I really like, I want to get to these types of builds, like just this little zone. I fucking love it. It's so pretty. I'm so proud of that. But it's just small stuff like that I haven't really worked on in a long time, just because we've been really digging in the sand and in the dirt a ton. And if I'm being real, I kind of miss the smaller details, and the smaller details I've been struggling with. Is that 3 creepers? What the fuck? Why? Just go into my creeper farm, you bitches. Go in here. Spawn in here. Is this not enough for you? Like there's 3 on floor 1. Yeah. I might realistically go back through and make it a bit of a pat. No, I can't. The cats will move. I was gonna say I might make it like a passive creeper farm. But I want to be able to turn it off and on still. But it doesn't matter. But yeah. What did I come down here for? Oh right. We have copper going. I have nothing in here. That's not true. I actually wanted to show off these again. These were some of the pictures we took from the first days of our base. Let's see here. Can you guys see it still? So what's going on here? Are you it? No, that's our second one. There used to be a temple somewhere. I think it's that right there. This was our oasis when we first found it. So if I give us a good view, actually, you guys can't see my cursor if I do that. Let's just do that and have an open hand. So, for those who are kind of curious about the general scope of things, this is where we are pretty much currently. This is where we were just building. This entire zone, this is that little curvature where our portal is, and then this is what we were just building out. This entire section right here, this all right here is what we have built, like all right here, and then this entire zone, it goes off the map. Like we have to get a bigger map. I didn't realize that. Oh god. We have to get a bigger map because our digging has kind of gone all the way to the end. And it's kind of this natural cylinder here. Cylinder? Sphere. Circle. That's it. Circle. Words are hard. Trust me. Also, that's not a glowing one. Okay, cool. This is kind of where things began. And as time went on, we filled it in, and you can kind of get a better view of kind of where everything was. You can see our layouts kind of starting to go in. Oh yeah, that goes off the map. How did I not see that before? Yeah, then over here is the back side, and then our base is like somewhere in here. We have this entire zone, and I'm hoping once we have this zone done, and once we get the cupboard on this side done, we can start to make another map and kind of see how far we've come, because we've come a long way. Every time I look at this place, I realize how much we've done, especially when I look at other people's bases. That's not a slight at them. That is definitely not, because we have some incredible bases and builds around on this server. However, I feel like mine's definitely on a different scale, at least in terms of terraforming and land design. Theirs are very much more build based, which is again not a negative thing. All my friends on Growth, I freaking love you guys. This is not an ad at you. Unless you want it to be, and then I'll meet you at our Denny's parking lot. So just putting that out there. However, I don't want to say that that's all we have time for today, but this episode is getting a little long. I feel like we haven't accomplished much. It's just really laying some foundation and not really much else. However, I think smaller episodes like these are definitely important to kind of help you guys see what I'm seeing and kind of what I'm trying to figure out. I think this will be our next big project. Once I'm done this episode, I'm probably gonna finish trying to dig all this out. I'm probably gonna take it down to that level there. No guarantees though. But I've had my soul sucked away from Breath of the Wild, geez, from Tears of the Kingdom. So again, if you want to see me play that live, you can see me on twitch.tv/Zyvern on Zyvern_. That's it. I would love to see you guys there, but otherwise that's really all I got today. So I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. I really appreciate it. It's just, yeah, get to build this. I'm excited to make that our next big topic. We have a drone in the sky still. Don't really know what that's about. Well, I do, but it's not for me. That's not for me to share. So yeah, that's all I got. I appreciate you guys watching, and yeah, I shall see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye-bye.